when a State Department ambassador suggests to a foreign government, who they should prosecute, that message is received. Mm-hmm. You're coming with the full force of the U.S. federal government, the humanitarian aid, the civil society support, the carrots and sticks that a diplomat can offer in order to purge that country's political opposition. And you see them do this time and time again. It works so effectively in Europe. The State Department teamed up with the George Soros anti-corruption NGOs to create this whole whirlwind news cycle so that they were stigmatized, so that it was easier for the Justice Department to roll them up. It worked so well in Europe that when Trump rose to power here in 2016, they simply applied the same playbook with the same networks here.
What context are you talking about in Europe, just to clarify?
These anti-corruption probes that are set up where the State Department will back channel with the criminal justice system there, their version of the Justice Department, and participate in these probes to roll up the State Department's political adversaries in the region. And there's a great article, if you want to pull it up, it's on journalofdemocracy.org, which is effectively the CIA's in-house journal. It's the in-house journal for the National Endowment for Democracy, which was set up in 1983 by the CIA director at the time to get back the powers that the CIA had lost under the Carter administration and the Church Committee hearings of the 1970s. And if you just look up on journalofdemocracy.org, Poland transitional justice or Poland Donald Tusk, stamp out populism. Any of those keywords will get you there. And you will see the CIA's in-house journal tell the newly elected Polish government this year, December 2023, less than a year ago, a list of names for them to throw in jail from the party that was just in power. This is the playbook for American statecraft around the world, and that is why the driving force behind all of this at home comes from that same State Department, DOD, CIA network. It's a playbook.
The very first thing that comes up is, who is Javier Milei? He's a rude, foul-mouthed, and one of the most popular politicians in the world. Like it or not, Argentina's chainsaw-wielding president is the new face of populism. So clearly the CIA is against him.
Populism is the State Department's new definition of terrorism. We set up this whole apparatus to control the world, to win the 20th century. After World War II, we set up the rules-based international order. We create a CIA to do the plausibly deniable dirty work. We have the State Department be the public face of it. We have the DOD for military and paramilitary support. And what we started to do was, this whole regime change type operation, overthrow governments in the name of stopping communism. 9/11 happens. We carry that out for counterterrorism. Then Trump happens. We take this whole apparatus for overthrowing communist governments and for stopping terrorist insurgency groups who want to topple a government that we install in Afghanistan or Iraq. And we simply do it to duly elected, democratically elected governments in the U.S., in Brazil with Bolsonaro. This is why the CIA director personally went down to Brazil to threaten Bolsonaro before the election, because he was casting doubt on the hypothetical future election results. We did the same thing in Italy. That's why Matteo Salvini is being indicted. We did the same thing in France. That's why Marine Le Pen is being indicted. We did the same thing with the Vox Party in Spain. That's why so many of them are getting indicted. The same thing with the AfD party, the Populist party in Germany. That's why their party is on the precipice of being banned by the German parliament, because populism is the only thing that can stand against globalism. And you have these international markets, you have these banks and these multinational corporations who effectively work with the political arm to staff the State Department, to staff the CIA, to staff the DOD. They go out and do the dirty work, and then they get cushy seven-figure jobs as soon as they leave office. They go from making $200, $300K at DOD or CIA to making seven figures, like Mark Milley at JP Morgan, or like Jared Cohen at Goldman Sachs now. Or like the lot of them, they all move into this space because they have put favors in the favor bank for the bankers, and that's the function of the blob.
I want to ask you guys, thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.